Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are well. Yes, I know this is a very crucial time. It's a very difficult time for you to spend all the time at home. I know all of you are missing your school, your friends. No, uh, you can't go outside, you can't play outside, but you can do some work at your home. You can some creative work with your innovative ideas. You can do some work, play indoor games like chess and badminton with your friends, with your brother, sister, or other family members. You can chat with them. You can chat also with your friends on phone, okay, and do some drawings, read storybooks, okay. And yes, you must do some exercises to fit your body because you are not going outside, so it's very necessary to fit your body, okay. So do some exercises, okay. So today, welcome to the virtual class of class 10. In last session I have told you about the web application. We have finished that exercises, question answers also I have told you. Now today I will tell you the new chapter, that is a communication skill, okay. Communication skill is the first unit 1 of the first book. There are 2 books in your in this class. One is employability skills, and next one is vocational. So we will start this chapter, communication skill. Communication means what? It comes from actually Latin word, that is a communicare. Communicare means to share, okay. Now means sharing or transferring information from one person or group to other person and or group. So this information may be in form of ideas, feelings, thoughts, okay, instructions. It may be in any form. So there are different types of communication, like verbal communication, then in non-verbal communication, visual communication, then written communication. So first, verbal communication. Verbal communication means, as it name shows, it is the sharing of information by using spoken words or by uh, talking, okay. Most of the people use this method for communication, and the important factors that is here in verbal communication, that is choosing the right words, clarity, because you will cause confusion and you will not be able to communicate what you want to say if the word is not right, if you have not selected the right word. Now the rate of speech also, that is rate of speech means your speed, in which speed you are talking with other person, communicating with other person, that is also important. So there are some important forms like face to face conversation, that is also a type of verbal communication. Face to face conversation means when you when you can see the listener and you are talking with that person. For example, like debate, when you are doing debate or group discussion, talking to family member, at home, conversation with public through through speeches. So these are the face to face conversation, okay. Now talk to a phone where you can't see, but verbally you are talking, even by verbal you are talking with your friends or your any other person. That may be official communication, personal communication, anything. Next is classroom teaching. classroom teaching, business discussion, public speeches, all these are the verbal communication. So where one person talks to many others at once. So what are the advantage of communication? First thing is, this is a very easy and quick, that is passed instantly. You can say what you want and get a quick response. It is an easier form of communication when you have to exchange ideas. You keep changing your communication as per the other person's reply, other person's response. Okay, you can change your uh, talking, your communications. Now no materials are required here. No materials means only you are talking with that person, with the person, so nothing is required here. Next one is immediate clarification available. What you have a problem, you can ask that person, and the person, receiver, will reply you. So there is no misunderstanding. That is the immediate clarification. Next is instant feedback, that is instant response, reaction. So that is instant feedback, most widely accepted method of communication, this one. So these are the different advantages of communication, but there are some disadvantages is there. Like since verbal communication depends on words, so sometimes the meanings become confusing and difficult to understand if the right words are not used. Just now I have told you. Now next thing is cultural differences. Cultural differences means like different language. Suppose two person are going through train, two passengers are there, they are talking with each other, but one passenger knows suppose Bengali and other Telugu, so they can't talk with other each other. Okay, so this language is a problem here. That is a cultural difference. Now speaking in front of a large group makes most people nervous. So these are the disadvantages. Like there is no scope for correcting the verbal messages. Once they have thrown, they cannot be recaptured. So in the previous class also, in class 9, you have seen that the 3 P's of communication, like perform, then prepare, practice and perform. First you when you are talking in front of a group of people, then what you should do, first you have to plan that speech. You have to write the speech, you have to plan that how will you say, what is the topic that you have to prepare, then you have to practice. And the most effective way we have seen, that is in front of mirror, or in front of your family members, or in front of your friend. Okay, then you can get the feedback also. Next is perform. Performance. If the preparation and practice is well, then you can perform well in front of a group of people. So these are different things which is used to get over your overcome your fear and become a confident and effective speaker. Okay, so these are the first these things we have seen, the disadvantage and 3 P's effects. Next is this is about the verbal communication. Now we will see what is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means what? Like through the without using any word, through the message, you can say. We send signals, message to others through expression, through the touch, eye contact, space, body language, gesture. So these are the non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication makes our message stronger. If verbal messages are blocked by noise, just for example, for noise or for distance, then we can use this body language or hand movements to exchange our message. Just for example, placing a finger on the lips in the classroom, suppose, it indicates the need of silence. So these are some non-verbal communication, like facial expression. Keep your face relaxed. Try to match your expression with uh, what you are saying or what you want to say. Okay, if you agree with something, you may nod while you listening. Okay, so these are the facial expression. Next is like expressions. Keep your upper body relaxed and shoulders straight, so that it will be good effect, okay, on the other person. Next is sit straight, rest hands and feet in relaxed position. Then keep hands by your sides while standing. Then body language is also a type of non-verbal communication. Just here, like avoid pointing a finger to other person. Then bend your head a little while talking or listening to show that you are paying attention. So these are the things. Avoid being stern and not smiling. So when you are talking with other person or when you are listening, then you should not be stern, and you should smiley face. Now checking the watch. Sometimes you have seen that many people, when talking with other person, continuously watching the mobile phone or watch. So that is not a good communicator. Then touch, shake hands firmly, confidently. Then eye contact, like look at the person who is speaking. Then keep a relaxed, pleasant look. Break the look every few seconds. So these are the some non-verbal communication. Okay, so there are some advantage here also. That is demonstrates it enthusiasm and confidence. Then instant communication with no waste of time, can be sent by people who don't can be used for those people who don't know how to read or write. They also can use this non-verbal communication. Okay, so easy to present. Then uh, sign language helps in different ways. It is a good substitute of verbal language. Okay, so there are some disadvantages also here, like they may be lack of clarity and precision. It cannot convey long messages. Okay, through the non-verbal communication, it's very difficult to convey a long message, which you can do in writing communication or in verbal communication, that you can do, but most effective that is a written communication. But here in non-verbal communication, it's very difficult. Next is there is a scope for misunderstanding and misinterpretation. And most important drawback is here, that is you that uh, you cannot record that. That is no permanent record of this communication. Now next type of communication is visual communication. Visual communication here, sending and receiving messages through the images or pictures, graphs, chart, animation, graphics. Through this types you can use this visual communication, videos. So the main advantage is here that you don't need to know any particular language for understanding it. It is very simple, easy to understand, and remains same across different places. Okay, like you have seen in smartphones that pause sign. So that pause means it will stop a video for a moment. Okay, until you are pressing again pause button. So this pause sign. Then traffic lights you have seen, like red for stop, green for go, and yellow for wait. So these are the Also symbols. Now you have also seen that sign which is used in railway crossing. Okay, so these are the different symbols or signs which are used as a visual communication. Okay, next is written communication. Written communication, that is in form of writing letter, notes, email, SMS, books, newspapers. This type of communication is there. This is a permanent record. Clarity of messages here can be shared with many people. Okay, then ideal for legal matters, suitable for long distance communication. So these are the advantages of this type of communication. And disadvantage, it is very expensive and time consuming. Next is immediate feedback is not possible. Here you can't make a decision uh, quickly. Then people cannot read or write. Who cannot read or write, they are not able to understand this. So these are some disadvantages. So we have seen today the communication and different types of what is communication, and there are different types of communication. So next day I will tell you some questions of this chapter, and then we will start the next session of this communication, that is a communication process and components of communication. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.